There's lack of confidence in government. There's lack of confidence in what's happening. And a lot of veterans who've served feel left out in the blue. Do you share in those feelings, and what do you have to say to the families who did serve?
I share a lot. If you take a look at how the Afghanistan situation has unfolded, it was poorly planned and poorly executed. Our office is in touch with hundreds of veterans and other people concerned for the safety of people who I think many are going to be stranded and left in Afghanistan. We've been successful with getting some out, but I would tell those veterans in particular, Afghanistan, the median age, in other words, half the people who live in Afghanistan are less than 19 years old. All they've known is the freedom that American soldiers and our NATO allies fought and died for. And so it's not in complete vain. This is a bad outcome for the evacuation, but I believe that longer term, their sacrifice, some of them, the ultimate sacrifice, will be something that they'll live to see was very positive for the Afghani people. We've been very actively engaged with USAID, the State Department, Central Command, and JSOC, and communicating all the materials, the credentials that they need. So in one example, we have a wounded warrior here in Charlotte who alerted us to an Afghan interpreter that he served with for several months over in Afghanistan. We were able to get all of the information that we needed, indicative documentation, and send that forward. We have literally sent spreadsheets full of hundreds of people who are in the same category. Some have gotten out, but many others are waiting outside of Kabul airport for that opportunity.
August 31st deadline. There's a lot of speculation about whether it's feasible. What are the plans? What are your office's plans afterwards, or are you in conversation with anyone else in Congress about what to do if people are left behind?
Well, first, through oversight, we're going to have a full accounting of why this was so poorly planned and so poorly executed. But looking past the August 31st date, which I believe is real, in fact, I think you'll probably see the last 3 days of August spent on doing nothing more than getting our service members and State Department and other personnel off the ground. We still have a very long record of people that we think are going to be stranded. So we're going to look at other opportunities, working with other nations that are still there, working with non-governmental organizations that will be there providing relief, and do everything that we can to get these people who served along American service members to a safe place, whether it's in the United States or a safe third country. Am I concerned with a man or woman who served along U.S. service members, were in firefights with them, carried weapons, slept in the same tents with them, put their life in harm's way, and was willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice to defend Afghanistan and defend our soldiers? Absolutely not. I mean, that's what the people in North Carolina need to understand. The people that we're sending forth for movement either into this country or a safe third country are people who have basically served in our military, and one of the most dangerous places to do that. They put their family members at risk. They put their own lives at risk. Many of them have been killed. Some have been killed over the past week. And so we owe them a debt of gratitude and respect. We could have a different discussion about what I think is going to be a refugee crisis for the broader citizens of Afghanistan trying to move out into parts across Europe or elsewhere. But let's have that discussion after we address the crisis at hand. These are people that served with Americans and saved American lives, and they deserve our full effort to do everything we can to deliver them to safety. Anyone who knows of someone who could be an American citizen, could be what they call a lawful permanent resident, LPR, or somebody that served alongside our warriors, to make sure you contact my office. We're going to continue to process paperwork through the deadline and after the deadline. We're not going to forget them, and we're going to do everything we can for the foreseeable future to deliver them to safety.